Anime Omake, I'm Jacki Jing.
And I'm Miranda Sanchez.
And true to Omake, we're bringing you some fun conversations and features with this special mini-series all about anime.
In this episode, we're going to discuss some of our favorite anime from 2018 so far, and some anime we're looking forward to watching later this year.
Yeah, that sounds fun. Let's do it.
I think some of the biggest standouts so far for us have been Gretzko. Who doesn't love a relatable redhead?
My
She's
goodness.
so angry, she's perfect. And then of course, My Hero Academia. And I think that one's just special too because it's like one of the best shonen I've seen in a very long time. Like it has a tournament arc, it has like the arcs that you would expect to have in shonen. But it just doesn't matter. It's just so heartfelt.
Like there have been so many great animes with just like an epic group of characters. Like I think of Naruto and Bleach right away. But I have really fallen in love with the MHA characters. Like I love like every single one of them so much. And I mean Deku, I don't know why he's just like the greatest protagonist to me.
Also, All Might. So I did not want to care about All Might because he's like the Superman kind of hero. Like he's invincible. He's like the symbol of peace and justice. Like he is that.
Yeah.
And usually when those characters come about, I'm not all that interested in them.
Yeah.
But they make such a good case for All Might.
I know.
It's just like, how can you not fall in love with him?
Yeah. Oh
anyway, I want to know what other anime I guess is your favorite so far from this year? Like the one thing that you'd have to pick.
I also put on the list Devilman Crybaby. Devilman Crybaby has gotten a lot of great reception, but it's very, very strange and very dark. And it's really funny because it had popped up on my like Netflix preview screen, you know what I mean? And I was just like, okay, I mean like this looks cool. And I was just kind of like put it on in the background. And then, you know, it was like, okay, so it's like this kid in high school and then like all of a sudden we're dealing with like some really heavy stuff. Like, I mean, like drugs, it's sex, it's violent, it's gory. I mean, like it takes it to a next level. There is some stuff in that anime that is just like so dark that it's still like haunting me now. Especially if you don't know what you're signing up for. Like I was like, here's something fun to have in the background. Then I was like, are they doing that? Did that just happen? Like, oh my goodness, it's
so
trippy.
much.
It's super trippy in some parts too, yeah.
So I think for me, it was really hard for me to choose. There's so many anime I've loved this year, but the one that I'm gonna pick to talk about also stars someone named Akira. So mine's called After the Rain. It's, I think, one of those shows I went into watching thinking it wouldn't be that good, but what really got me curious about it was that it's done by Wit Studio that did Attack on Titan, and the animation is just gorgeous. And it is
good animation in anime can like totally make it worth the while. You know what I mean? Like even if the plot's like, if the animation's great, you're like, okay.
Yeah, the pace is a lot slower because it is about a high schooler who works part-time at a cafe and falls in love with her 40-year-old boss.
Controversy.
Stay with me.
Scandal. Yeah.
I know.
Yeah. No, but yeah, when you first told me about it, I was like, whoa, that's weird. But then when you started talking about it a little bit more, this actually sounds really intriguing.
Right, and so it strikes that balance of like not sexualizing in it, and like it does romanticize the relationship just a tad to where it can kind of feel uncomfortable. But what I really appreciate about it is that it's not about the romantic relationship that doesn't really exist much. And it's a really just nice relationship, and of course, like I said, beautiful. It's just so beautifully done. And so I think that one's probably my favorite so far.
That sounds really real to me, so like, I'm into it. I'm into it.
And so,
4 fingers up, I don't know what that is.
So those are some of our favorites so far, but there's plenty more great anime out of 2018, so let's check them out. Somehow the year keeps moving faster with every day, and the anime keeps coming. If you've fallen behind on the anime seasons or are just getting started in anime, here are some anime from the first half of the year you'll want to check out. This group, by the way, does not include any anime currently airing in the summer season. Sanrio's Agretsuko stars Retsuko, a Tokyo office worker who deals with her immense day-to-day stress by singing death metal karaoke alone. This 10-episode anime thoughtfully explores the challenges of a toxic work environment without losing its charm. Thankfully, Retsuko doesn't have to navigate her awful workplace alone. Though like with real life, friendship doesn't suddenly solve all problems. While this may seem more stressful than fun to watch, Agretsuko finds a great balance with its awesome death metal and a fantastic cast of characters. You can't go wrong with the sub or dub on this one too.
Put some tension in your vocal cords, and... You sound like a demon when you do that!
Taking a trip to Antarctica isn't as simple as booking a hotel and hopping on a plane, but this group of girls has to find their own way there. Shirase's mother has been missing for 3 years since her expedition to Antarctica, and Shirase is determined to find her. This heartwarming slice of life sees her embark on that journey to Antarctica with the help of 3 other girls searching for their own destinies in a place further than the universe.
何か手伝えることない？あったら言って。じゃあ、一緒に行く？
Based on the classic Devilman manga, Devilman Crybaby follows the gory adventures of Akira Fudo after a demon fails to possess him. Now with the powers of a demon, and some of his personality traits, Akira takes on the name Devilman to fight other demons that threaten to consume humanity. Devilman Crybaby is certainly not suitable for all viewers, but is one of the rare graphic action anime that has an incredible story to back up its fantastic animation. In Hina Matsuri, a young, successful Yakuza finds himself thrust into parenthood when a psychokinetic girl suddenly appears in his apartment. Using her powers to threaten his prized vase collection, the girl, Hina, secures herself food and shelter. Hina Matsuri is a delightful comedy about these 2 people's lives and how Hina's mischief affects others. It also takes breaks from focusing on Hina in order to explore the equally hilarious lives of her friends.
Then why don't you go back home?
I don't have one.
That sounds like a you problem. No, not that one. It's really expensive.
I'd be surprised if you haven't heard of My Hero Academia by now, but in case you haven't, it's never too late to start watching. Izuku Midoriya, or Deku as you may know him, grew up as a quirkless kid, and because of his pure passion for justice, he ends up inheriting the power of Japan's greatest hero. This is the story of how he becomes the best hero, and the trials he faces along the way. While My Hero Academia is certainly not immune to some common shonen tropes, it makes the best of them and is one of the best shonen anime in recent years. This 3rd season only builds upon the fantastic 2nd season with more great animation, action, and heartfelt drama.
Please date me.
Shut up.
But really.
Violet Evergarden is one of the most stunning anime of the year. Its incredible animation is as beautiful as its drama. With the war over, child soldier Violet is forced to find a new purpose beyond being the murder machine she was raised to be. This proves to be especially hard for her when the only person she ever cared for, and ever cared for her, is reported as missing in action. With the help of some new friends, Violet takes up a job as a letter writer and learns more about others and her own feelings through her experiences.
What does it say?
Tonight I'll wait for you in the garden, under the moon.
These 6 anime are our top contenders for the best anime of the year so far. And though they're not on here, anime like Laid Back Camp, Food Wars, and Megalobox are still among our favorites. What have been your favorites? Let us know in the comments.
So there are already a lot of great anime out in 2018, but the fall has even more promise to have some great anime. Lots of returns, lots of sequels, of course a lot of new stuff too.
Yeah, and we're excited about a lot of them. One that I'm so pumped for is Gakuen Basara. It is based off of an anime called Sengoku Basara, and it's really cool because like we were talking, it's like this warring like state kind of atmosphere, and like you have these like really cool warriors, and like they all have like different awesome powers and cool armor, and like the fight scenes are like absolutely epic. Like it's one of those that visually you're just like, oh my gosh, I'm totally in, because like the action scenes are so over the top and the characters are so cool. But what's so awesome about Gakuen Basara is that it's putting these characters like in high school. To me, that just seems like absolutely hilarious. So I'm totally signed up for that one. I'm excited.
So please excuse me for butchering this, but I'm excited for an anime about a skeleton.
Yay.
Who works at a bookstore,
like
which is
that,
really goofy.
yeah.
It's super goofy. So it's called, hang in with me, Gaikotsu Shotinin Honda-san.
Yay!
So the skeleton, yeah,
That's good.
the skeleton's name is Honda, and he works at a bookstore, and he manages the manga counter, and hilarity ensues, as we can assume.
It's got a skeleton in there. I'm sold, man.
The skeleton protagonist has a lot of potential.
Yeah, and he works at the manga counter. I mean, like, I'm totally sold on that. Another one that's getting a ton of hype is Sword Art Online Alicization. So this is gonna be the 3rd season. I know. So I love the 1st season, like really enjoyed it. I just thought like the whole concept was cool about
the
like-
first arc?
Yes, the first arc. Was like totally into it, like absolutely loved it.
I've heard from so many people, especially people who read the light novels, that this is the arc that makes Sword Art Online like real good. I think the final one I want to give out a shout out to is ssss.grindman, which comes from Studio
How many
Trigger.
S's?
It's 4. I always try to make sure it's like, can I just say 4ss's.grindman? Which is from Studio Trigger, so it's not like their main team, but it's like some of their younger talent, and I'm really excited to see what they do with that. I think because it is a mecha anime, I just like to see what that studio does with their own works and like how they try to morph different properties into their own.
Yeah.
And just because I love Little Witch Academia, I know that's not the same team, not the same team, but because I like to see these offshoot teams try different things, I want to see how this turns out.
Okay, I'm on board with all the ones that we're talking about. Hopefully they will be good.
キング想像以上に来た。
And that's all we have for this episode. Thank you so much for watching Anime Omake.
And if you're looking for more on anime, do not forget to check out our last episode on the anime you have to see, plus a breakdown of the Dragon Ball Super Broly trailer. And as always, be sure to follow and subscribe to IGN wherever you like to watch.
See ya. Bye.